side, they only bought pistols.
Scary, scary round for Winter Fox, but they come out alive. So nicely done. Nice recovery from them after losing a member and Anger being down to 1 HP. And Optic Gaming, they're going to buy into this round. No AWP on the board for Shazam. They do have 4 M4s and a FAMAS to use against all the AK-47s. And look at this. Look at the utility on Winter Fox. They've got 5 Molotovs to use to clear things out. 5 grenades as well. So they can actually just nade stack and eliminate any kind of defense at one spot and just use the Molotovs to do the same thing. But they're going to be all grouped up to start this, or all spread out, excuse me. 1 in sewers. Flowsick just playing far back towards that B bomb site, spamming away, trying to get something lucky. Meanwhile, 3 of them over towards Fountain are just trying to make sure there's not going to be any kind of, pushes that are going to catch them off guard.
Yeah, exactly. This is the big test for both teams right now. The first gun round in this second half. And we're going to have to see if Flowsick is going to play the same type of role as Nafly on the first half. You could kind of see him watching that flame towards T-spawn. Is he going to be the one that's going to try to lurk around and get some openings or lurk inside the B-bomb site to give them a chance to work towards this A-bomb site? But Anger decided to push forward as they molly out towards that tree, so that's what they're going to do first from the party side. Shazam, though, still winning with an M4 only. Doesn't have the AWP. At least Nafly with that support. He misses that flash. But somehow Nafly is able to hold his ground at least. Give him enough time for Shazam to wide peek and get the kill and the 1-man advantage.
Yeah, Flowsick's just going to get wrecked here. Not ready for Santa's Law. Doesn't have to rotate because Naf got 2 kills.
Yeah.
That's the difference, right? Naf gets those 2 kills there, so there's no reason to rotate. They know exactly. Shazam even cleans things up, so they know exactly how many numbers are over at the A-bomb site. So Flowsick can't walk through and find the one-on-one like Naf did.
Yep. That's money thrown away for that round.
But you know what? Once again, Naf bailing him out of a tough spot because Shazam, he misses that flashbang, pulls another one out to go again, and he has no impact on the round at that point.
Yeah.
All the while, Naf's battling like 3 members while Shazam's fumbling with his flashbang. So really well done from Naf. Shazam finally comes up and trades out that 3rd kill. But Naf, we've said it with this team, he's a guy that bails him out of some tough spots very, very frequently, a very solid player.
Yeah. Maybe this is going to be the point where maybe if we had in-game comms, Shazam would have been like, oh, sorry, Nafly.
Yeah, right.
Exiting B.
Oh, jeez.
But 10-10 is our score, tied up overall here on this map. Reminding you guys tuning in on this stream so far, it is only best out of 1 as we're still in group play for the CSGO Americas Minor Championship. Resuming this round, though, it is going to be sort of a forced buy for both of the teams. 2 Galils in the hands of Anger and Lex, respectively, while we have a FAMAS in the hands of Stanislaw. But surprisingly enough, again, you don't have an AWP for Shazam.
It's back into that same default as well for Winter Fox. They just use 3 members towards Party and towards Fountain. Lex watching the underpass, Flowsick outside B, very, very far away. So no aggression early on by Winter Fox. Shazam and Naf are grouped up over towards bathroom as Lex clears out these stairs. He's going to come up and meet up with his teammates. But there is a wall of smokes placed in the bathroom, so no one can pass quite yet. Daps has fallen back from the B side as well to come group up over towards A and just spot out long.
Yeah, I think they just want to try it again, because they had sort of a control for Winter Fox towards long and washroom. They got caught off by some mispositioning against Nafly. This time they're going to say, okay, let's try it again. We know where they're going to be positioned, but as they're pushing up, they see nothing there. Just on the other side, there's a crossfire setup between Shazam and Nafly just outside of washrooms. Can he get an opening? Speaking about XP3, nades coming through towards the truck side, the APC into long, and Shazam gets a nice kill, wins that fight. Lex trades it back onto Nafly, though, but that leaves Shazam cornered, so they even out the trades with 1 guy inside the site. Dabs making it a 3 versus 3, but at least they get a bomb plant.
Yeah, and Flowsick very slowly watching for the flank. Stanislaw's going to be coming, so Flowsick hears that. It should be a battle 1, but meanwhile, Dabs trying to retake this bomb site. Awkward peek by Anger, and he finds Rush, so it's just on a Dabs, 10 HP. Can't really do anything. That's a nice headshot he finds, but he's got no nades. He does have a kit, but there's really nothing he can do against Flowsick and Desi with 100 HP. This would be the most unlikely 1-on-2 to win for Daps here. Can't find anyone quite yet, and he knows it's a lost cause, so he's just got to bail out. So Winter Fox get back on the board, and that might actually that resets the economy completely. So they get their losing bonus reset down to 1,400, and they're going to be broke. They're going to be saving into this next round.
So great plays there for Winter Fox to overtake that round. Again, it was a display of patience at the same time. It was initiated by Shazam, who was playing a great spot on the left side with a crossfire from Nafly at the outside of the washrooms. But he was a little bit more anxious. He went for the first wide peak. XP3 spotted him, lost that fight. Speaking about XP3, so that gave an advantage there, but so much information given right after for the trades coming through from short.
Well, he's stuck as well. There's nowhere to fall back from there, especially once his teammate dies. So, I mean, that was just a tough spot
had to stay alive.
Either way, this is really nice by WinterFox. They're up 11-10. They now control the economy as well. You mentioned it. No AWP for Shazam yet. Look at this fast B play. Sand gets the first kill, but Rush, he's all alone over here. Gonna have to go for more, and he does find two.
Nice
They
play.
get sandwiched towards short sewers, down to a 2-on-3, but the bomb is at the B bomb site. Lex has it, but him and Flowsick, they're surrounded, and now they have a job to do.
Yep. They still have a lot of time to work with, so it's smart for them to just try to hold it back to see if Optic Gaming is going to say, all right, we got 3 kills actually. We got AKs that we could salvage. Let's try to see if we can catch them off guard. But no, they're all going to play it very passively. Optic Gaming are going to play for the retake, and they're actually going to flash themselves out to peek out, and that's going to be Lex trying to spot it out. Gets the first one here. Peeking out, spots the last 2, so Fulsick has at least some information, and that's his advantage. Because Optic Gaming has no idea where he's at, but Shazam comes in for the headshot, and they get ecoed. And not only that, without armor. So going back to the 1.6 Godfrag days, this is an Eco Cobra hiss.
Oh, Lord. Van Silly. Well done.
Got to bring those cool
well
guys
done.
back
Way to
from time
dust things off here.
You know,
you relic. I mean, this is just these anti-ecos from WinterFox. They got away with one earlier in this half, and once again, it just looked so shaky there.
Yep.
And they just get punished, and they had control of this match. They had it in the situation where Optic Gaming was going to have to save, maybe even double save, considering how much money 2 of their members have, and now they've just given it right back up. I mean, they were doing such a good job keeping it off out of Shazam's hand, keeping the money tenuous on the CT side, and to give it away there, this is that round. It's one of those heartbreak rounds that they're going to look back on. If they can't win out this match somehow, they're going to look back and say, man, losing that eco really blew it for us.
Oh, yeah. Now the tables have turned. You see WinterFox with the deagles across the board, except for Desi that has added small armor as well, but they cannot get the opener. It's going to be Nafly getting the first one, looking for some more, as we have a couple of guys at short. They are spotted. Daft's also setting up the crossfire, getting the kill from the inside the A bomb site, and they're just getting depicted one by one. Finally, Desi gets one here, but he's going to be the last man standing. Of course, they're going to converge against him. They know where he's at, and it's going to be 12-11. They wanted to try to get the eco back, but it didn't work. I
do want to say, on that eco round that Optic just won with the PT-50s, no armor, that was really well executed because they actually lose 2 members over at B. They do, 1-for-2 trade. They kill 1 member of WinterFox. They lose 2 at the B bomb site. So Rush was the only one left. And there was actually 1 member coming down the stairs, and they were pinching that short sewers, and the 2 members of WinterFox who were there had their backs turned. Rush got 2 free kills there. So it was really, really nicely done for them to really make that aggressive play.
Well, Daft's doing the same thing here as the WinterFox did on the first half, is actually smoke out towards that monster to give him more control and try to hold inside B in case there's going to be a push. But yes, Rush is already at 22 HP to start things off.
Well, Shazam has the AWP the first round. We've seen that as well, and he's got it over towards long. This time, he's got a very aggressive angle, just waiting for something. Looks like WinterFox. Oh, they go for a run boost. They flash and they try and run boost over to kind of launch a member. So Shazam, that would have been a difficult shot for him to hit even if he wasn't blind. So pretty creative. Once again, he's played on this spot a couple times. Very difficult. If you mistime it, it's very tough to fall back from. You get sandwiched from 2 locations, but WinterFox being very methodical in how they're taking over sewers. There's a B push. Flowsick. Finally, his patience outside that B bomb site pays off. So as you mentioned, Rush at 22, and Stanislaus now fallen for Optic Gaming.
Is the advantage for WinterFox to keep Optic Gaming guessing. So they cannot lose this fight against Shazam if they're going to try to get some information inside A. But Shazam is well positioned as Anger peeks out. Makes it a 4 versus 4 and forced to fall back inside the side. Not sure why Anger tried to go for a peek without any flashes coming in from his team. But now Nafly has better positioning up at short as well. And he might be able to catch Desi. Indeed he will. Just from the jump, making a lot of noise, and again, that's a small mistake that is very costly for WinterFox.
Yeah, and there's another one. This is 3 kills, and now they go the way of Optic Gaming, and there's no chance for return kills on the WinterFox side. Just losing members, just getting whittled down. Finally, Naf, he gets overly aggressive. Flowsick, not aware. Rush does take a shot. Now he's giving up his spot. Flowsick wins that, but he's brought very low. Shazam with this op. Actually, the round's over.
No time.
And that's incredible. It's really unfortunate for WinterFox with the man advantage. They give so much up, and then the remaining 3 members in a 3-on-3 are spread out across the map. They can't do anything. They can't meet up. So another round kind of just whittles away for WinterFox there.
Yeah,
Fizzles out.
Fizzles out. And I was watching Winter Fox as well when they were playing online. It seems as though they get caught a lot too on rotations with a knife in their hands, with a nade in their hands, and also not really set up as a team to move when they're going for these rotations. So that's 3 kills that are given away. They just got to change that a little bit more. Expect any pushes. Expect where the angles are coming from. But they're just trying to play a little bit too fast pace and just trying to pull that knife to try to save a few seconds. Does not come in their favor. At least they set up for a trade, but Shazam is playing long range as well to support Nafly. And it is going to be a 4 versus 3 in favor of Optic Gaming, and this time Winter Fox are just going to decide to go all out and move inside the A-bomb site rather quickly. Bomb is making his way towards long as well. Opshot coming through the wall, taking down his opponent down to 22 HP, but traded out or finished by Rush. So XP3 is going to be the last man standing. He's going to have to possibly try to save this for 1 minute and 6 seconds by also trying to get some exit kills. Or at least not some exit kills, but some kills against Optic Gaming to try to hurt the economy, but that doesn't prevail for them, and it's going to be 14-11.
That's not going to happen, and now you see the money is just built up on the CT side. Optic Gaming feeling very comfortable now, 14-11. So Winter Fox once again backs against the wall. XP3 is going to bust out this T side alt. He's going to have to outduel Shazam. And really, they've just been setting up in this default round after round. They haven't gone for any kind of fast, convincing plays over towards the B bomb site. Really no B executes whatsoever. So Optic Gaming, they're having no problem reading what's coming, at least initially in this matchup.
Well, Fullstick is going to try to play it a little bit more aggressively this round to try to get some information inside B, but again, Optic Gaming are playing this very passively inside B. You don't have really guys pushing towards the sandbags trying to get some information there, or nobody really peeking towards long tunnels. They're just setting up for crossfires and angles to let the T's come to them, which is actually one of the smarter ways to play the CT side.
This could catch him off guard though, because Shazam, he's switching things up as well. He's transitioned over his side of the bathrooms with the AWP. He's got Lux coming up the stairs. Looks like he wants to peek, but he hasn't quite committed to it yet. Oh, Shazam, the unscope. There's XP3, finds Naf. So Shazam, he's not watching long this time, and maybe at the detriment of his teammate. Now he's in a position where he can't really fall back, even if he gets a kill here. If Lex comes up those stairs, his retreat is basically blocked.
But you saw from the X-ray, the guys are running back too. They're going to try to set up inside this B-bomb site as Flowsick has gotten a little bit more coverage and angles by that short water side. But again, nobody really rotated from Optic Gaming, so this could be a big turn of events for the counter-terrorist team.
Well, because even Shazam knows there's someone long, but he knows there's no one in bathrooms either. So he's like, guys, don't worry about it. Like, why would you guys come this way? And he could even cut off XP3. XP3's not going to be prepared for this whatsoever. He gets blindsided. Now it's got to be a B execute. It's got to happen quickly, but Molotov blocks off short.
Play.
And all 4 members are trying to go up this passageway, but the Molotov is stopping all of them. Now there's 3 members set up in a triangle of doom.
Yep. It was going to be a bloodbath, so they decide to run back. And now there's 15 seconds left on the clock. It's going to take them 7 as you saw it, but Shazam is still waiting there towards CT spawn, so they are scrambling right now for Winter Fox. Make that 2. The bomb is down. Goes for it. Quick scope to take down Lex as well. And a quad kill on it to Fullstick to also get the ace, actually, against Winter Fox. And
that round was all Shazam, 100%. The information he gathered when he was in bathrooms allowed him to stack the B bomb site.
Yeah.
Well, he gets XP3, and then Winter Fox knows that Molotov just delayed so much time. They knew there was a stack there, so they had to fall back towards A, but they used all their utility on that B execute, but the Molotov prevents it from coming through. So then now they go back towards Shazam, and he's got an op, and they've got nothing to block him off. They have 1 smoke, and they have no clue where he's at, and it's just easy killing. You can see a smile on his face. He's feeling good right now. He's like, yep, I just wrecked him. All 5 kills for me. That's a highlight reel.
I'm on the Reddit thread. But at the same time, now we're going to have a tactical pause coming in here for Winter Fox. Let's talk about that last round again. I think another big mistake that came in for Winter Fox is that, yes, they did have a 1-man advantage, but the way that they were trying to circle back towards his B-bomb site, they had XP3 towards long area. But XP3 actually only had an op. He actually didn't have any utilities. I thought maybe you would want to use XP3 to try to throw some flashes or some smokes inside of a bomb site to try to start that fake and then have the guys execute towards B, but all he had was the op in hand. He loses that fight against Shazam inside the washrooms. Now you're committed to work towards the B bomb site, and they read them like a book for Optic Gaming.
This is the thing. That's why I said Shazam. That round was 100% him. Not only the kills, but just. XP3 was throwing flashes towards that A bomb site to have some pressure put on her, the illusion of pressure, but since Shazam is pushed up in bathrooms, guys, it's only one here at A. Just chill. Just
Yeah.
all three of you stay at B. I got this. And then Shazam, I mean, he just blindsides XP3, and then he just wins everything out in the end. So it was really, really nicely done from Shazam that round to gather all that information, and then obviously getting all 5 kills.
And we talked about how calm, cool, and collected Optic Gaming are as well playing the CT side. Nobody really over-rotating as well to support teammates because they actually have confidence themselves that even if there's only one player holding a site or one player holding an angle, he could actually get 2 kills and give a chance for his teammates to come back on or 5 as well.
Why not?
To come back on the retake and overtake the site. That's why you actually saw nobody rotate out from that lower B side at Monster side as well, and it was actually a deadly crossfire setup. The mollies are being thrown as well from OG. Nothing could have been done there for Winter Fox, unfortunately.
Let's just talk about how Winter Fox hasn't won a round since they got eco'd. Spent 5 straight for Optic Gaming. They haven't even really gotten close.
Yeah.
Just been a smackdown. So, I mean, we've seen this is like the second stretch of this match now. First, in the first half, it was, 4-0 for Winter Fox, and then Optic Gaming rattled off 7 straight. Now Optic Gaming grabs this lead, and they just don't let go, and they're running away with so many rounds in a row. Winter Fox hasn't been able to match these strings of 7 in the first half. It's 5 at the moment, and now they're on match point. 15-11. Winter Fox has got to win 4 straight if they want to force overtime. And coming into this round,
it's crucial.
It's a very weak buy. 3 Galils,
Exactly.
1 Tech 9. I mean, they've got some utility because of the Tech 9 and the Galil, but only XP3 has an AK-47.
That tactical pause was to figure out who had the most money and try to buy those nades, and that's going to be Flowsick. 2 flashes, a smoke, and a molly. What can they do with this? So yeah, he's going to have the Tech 9 at the same time as well, but he's really the only one with anger that could actually help him with the openings to try to execute here.
They've switched up their default as well. This time they're sending 3 people up the stairs, kind of taking a different route towards the bathrooms, but they don't find anything. And Optic Gaming is just like, they've been so passive throughout these rounds. There's no reason for us to get aggressive downstairs, no reason for us to mix up our defense that's working. Why get aggressive into their passive setups and just give away some free kills? But Daps has rotated back towards B. Naf is pushed up towards long. Him and Shazam are kind of doubled up here. And Winter Fox has slowly creeped up, grabbed control of bathrooms, but now look, they fall back, they're all spread out. Desi's going to be the only one towards long, XP3 the only one towards highway, and everyone else is towards B, so still, they can't do anything if they find some kind of advantage that they want.
Well, it's still pretty slow so far with a stack for Optic Gaming towards this A bomb site. One guy up all the way up towards the flower pot at long, but 2 guys holding inside the site. But
this is the thing, right? They have this spread out default going on, but no one's being aggressive. No one's probing for intel. They have no clue what's coming, so they try and flash through a smoke. Flowsick somehow wins that fight. He does get dinked, but now Rush, big job to do. You get 2 kills. Very nicely done. Stays alive as well. Can't get the third. He's got to reload. He eventually falls. 3 on 3. XP3 is going to go for a flank, but he's been spotted out. He's low. He falls.
My God.
And it just all crumbles for Winter Fox.
And now Desi is the last man standing. 3 versus 1. Spotted, gets it. 2 versus 1. Knows where the last one is, but it's going to be Shazam ending it with a deagle. 16-11, our final score for Optic Gaming, winning this over Winter Fox.
Yeah, very nice CT set. Yeah, well, I mean, it's just that's kind of what the story of this whole half was. There's that very passive default setup for Winter Fox. You're not losing anyone, but you're not gaining information, so it's very difficult to make that convincing mid-round call when you're not probing these bomb sites. A lot of times they get spread out, so they couldn't really be in a position to trade kills if they're trying to clear out bathrooms. It's opening up a lot of opportunities to get picked off by Shazam's ops, so they had to be very cautious of that. And that's the thing. They've done such a good job of controlling the economy, and then once they lose that eco round, once Shazam can afford the op over and over again, even if he dies, then they have to be so wary of where they go alone. They have to be so scared of that AWP. So once again, it's just more denying of information. You could see once they lost that eco, Shazam's op just controlled the map from there on out.
Well, also, I got to say that it's heartbreaking for Winter Fox's side, because when you're looking at the first half, they won the pistol. They won 4 rounds in a row. You mentioned it. As soon as they lost the first round, they had no economy to work with. They lose 7 rounds in a row. Now you're looking back at the second half. Winter Fox lost the pistol round. They lost the second round, but they won the third, I think. And then it was going back and forth between the 2 teams. The advantage of that was that they actually kept an op out of the hands of Shazam. Yeah. But then as soon as Shazam had the AWP, that's where you saw them getting wrecked. Yeah. That ace came in, but that was a lot later into the half. But overall, as soon as they had that op in the hands of Shazam, they had a lot less to work with inside A. They couldn't get anything done. Well,
they didn't really try. They didn't really probe or get aggressive or anything like that. It was just very far back, and then they just fall into an A or B execute. But either way, really nice adjustments by Optic to regain control of each half when they lost control of it.
Yeah.
So really good stuff from them. Looking forward to seeing them play more in this tournament.
Definitely. Let's see how we could actually break it down even more as we actually have Sir Scoots, Richard Lewis, and Blue at the analyst desk. And this is going to be Van Silly Moses signing off there. Go ahead, boys. I did the Asian thing.
Well, I mean,
He doesn't care, does he?
Wow, he's hanging out with us way too long already. They've already analyzed it. There's not really much to say, so I think we're done. Thanks, Van Silly, for doing our job. Appreciate it, bro.
Cheers, dude.
But you made some really solid points. When Optic got down, but they did the right stuff and they got back in the game. They did not start strong. You know, it's always nice to sit with an owner. We were sitting with Hector, and nice to see a nervous owner once in a while. You know, I used to be one of those, and he was definitely very nervous at the start, especially after those.
I think whenever owners are sat around near me, they're pretty nervous anyway. The best of times,
all
right?
sorts of reasons.
Oh, what's that? You got a deal going on? Of it? No.
Yeah.
So, look, I'll let Blue go because he was furiously making notes, and I know there was a few things you observed, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, starting it off, actually, I was quite surprised with how well Winter Fox were able to do to starting this off, and even coming towards the end of that half. We were looking at, I believe it was a 7-8 half as we came to the close of that. I was not expecting that. I was expecting Optic to be leading like 6-9, 10-5, somewhere around there, and we saw it go much closer. A good site defense starting things right off there from the side of Winter Fox. That eventually ended up getting beat up by Optic, but Winter Fox was able to read exactly what their problem was, and that was that Optic just started playing things very, very slowly. Winter Fox then took a different path, started to abuse that later on in the half, and we never saw Optic adjust for that, so they were able to bounce back very nicely, keep things really tight-knit heading into that second half.
There were three key moments in the game for me that really leapt out. So the first is in the first half. I think it was when they were 4-0 up. And Winter Fox, that is, and then Optic, they got that first round, they got that second round, it goes to 4-2, and then they do this strange 5 Deagle buy on the CT side.
Bring that up. Yeah.
Now, I don't like the 5 Deagle buy, especially given that their economy was so far behind. If they lost that, it meant they had to do a mix buy, and that was 2 Famises. So they didn't marshal their economy well. It was a gamble that didn't pay off on the CT. And actually, although they had a relatively decent CT half, Winter Fox, they gave up 3 or 4 rounds off the back of losing that 5 Deagle buy. So you're like, okay, that happens. Second half.